the new season. So it's a new season, as you all know, and this season is going to be exciting, refreshing, interesting, everything in it. We have two new managers, Company for Burnley, and we also have Ten Hag for Manchester United, who pretty much everyone is looking how he will do in a big club. Excuse me. Yeah, in a big club. So it's going to be really interesting this season. And also people are looking for how Arsenal will do because of the signings they've made, and also Tottenham because of the signings they've made. They've made pretty good signings, and so the battle for top four is all on. Still, the teams to beat remains Chelsea. I'm not sorry, not Chelsea, not Chelsea. Calm down, calm down. The teams to beat still remains Man City and Liverpool, who are pretty much far above the whole of the other teams in the Premier League, because they're two of the best teams and also they have two of the best coaches, you could say, in the world at the moment, or maybe in EPL as well. So Man City, as we all know, have signed Haaland, who's going to, I think, score 20 plus goals. You could say maybe even 30 plus, but let's just say 20 plus goals, considering this is Premier League and it's his first season. So let's just lower the expectation and put him to 20 goals plus. And also Nunes is there as well, who have come in to replace Mane. Well, you can't say like he's a Mane replacement, considering Mane used to play on the wing, and where Nunes, I think, will be playing as a number 9 most of the time. But it will depend how many minutes Nunes will get, because they also have Firmino, they have Jota if he comes back from injury, they have Diaz, so yeah. But I think Nunes will go straight in because Firmino has not been doing very well at the moment. So I'll choose Nunes ahead of Firmino at the moment. But you never know, you never know. Things could change. Same as Haaland. Guardiola, as we all know, he likes rotating a lot. And given the fact that they signed Haaland, doesn't mean that Haaland will play all the games. But that will depend on how good Haaland will do in the Premier League. Haaland might be going to score so many goals this season. So if he does that, then Guardiola has no option but to start him and maybe bench the likes of Mahrez, Grealish, or Foden, so on. Yeah. And also, so let's talk about my team at the moment. So my team is, you guessed right, United. So we're not doing very well at the moment. We still have McFred in the midfield. We still chasing for De Jong, who I don't think is gonna come to United. Is maybe 70-30%, maybe 30% to United. Yeah, 30% chance of getting De Jong this summer. If we do get De Jong, that's going to strengthen our midfield, and we will be much better than having McTominay and Fred in the midfield. But if we don't get De Jong, then this is going to be another bad season for us, I think. And also considering Ronaldo wants to leave and Ten Hag is insisting that Ronaldo is not for sale, so we still don't know how that's gonna end. We have to wait until end of the transfer window to see how that goes. But personally, I would like Ronaldo to stay, because I think we are much better with him. And if he doesn't stay, then who do we have? We only have Martial as a number 9, and we can't rely on Martial because he's shown in the past that he's not consistent. I mean, he went to Sevilla and only scored 1 goal in 12 games. So, plus his injury record is not that good. So we can't rely on him. And when you look at other players, we don't have any other players who can score 20 goals plus. Rashford is not that type of player. Maybe he used to be, but he's really not that confident at the moment. He's still trying to build his confidence. Sancho is a player who will give many assists and score goals. Bruno, we can't rely on Bruno as well. We did rely him on the first season he came in, but last season he was not there. He was completely not there. So yeah, but still remains to be seen how we're going to be playing. I know for a fact we're going to be playing interesting football, because Ten Hag is really experienced, and he wants us to be more position based and also be more playing on the halfway third of the opponents, and also always pushing forward, be attacking, creating chances. So that's why I believe we're gonna be pretty much a threat going forward, and hopefully we're gonna give our best this season. Yeah, so there you go. And also at the back, as we all know, Maguire is still the captain. So personally, I have no. Well, let me rephrase that. Personally, I don't think Maguire is a world-class defender, and he's really slow. So personally, I'll go for Varane and Martinez as the back two, as the back centre backs, and then you have Dalot on the right and Malacia or Shaw on the left. But that remains to be seen how Ten Hag will line up. Especially in big games. But for this, upcoming weekend when we face Brighton, still think Maguire and Lindelof will start over Varane and Martinez, because Varane and Martinez has not been that fully fit, and they have not played with the team for some time. For as much as Lindelof and Maguire have. So still think he'll go with Maguire and Lindelof, and maybe Dalot on the right and Malacia on the left. But who am I to say? I'm not Ten Hag, so let's just wait and see how Ten Hag will set up. Apart from that, let's go on to so this video actually was meant to be predicting the top 6, looking at the top scorer, looking at player of the season, and also looking at young player of the season. So let's get into it. First, let's start with the young player of the season. I think we have incredible young players in the Premier League. We have Foden, we have Saka, we have Odegaard, so many, Gallagher, we have Sancho, so many players, so many good players, so many young players. But I still think the main players to watch this season, or the main young players who will do very well this season will be Saka, Foden, Sancho. Yeah, I think I'll go with those three. Because Sancho, this is his second season in the Premier League. He'll be looking to do well, considering the last season was a complete shambles. It was a complete shambles. He did not do very well. So yeah, and hopefully for him he'll do very well. Foden will depend on how many games he plays. Because I think Saka will be playing every game now. He's a key player for Arsenal, very important and crucial player. He's scoring goals, he's giving assists. I think him and Odegaard and Jesus are pretty much the main men in the Arsenal team. So yeah, I think Saka will win the award for young player of the season. So I'll go with Saka number 1, Foden number 2, and Sancho number 3. But if Sancho brings in his old form at Dortmund, I think he'll have no competition and he'll be winning. But if he doesn't, then Saka will win this one pretty easy, considering the form he's been last season. And yeah, and also he's looking to cement his spot for the World Cup. So there you go. So let's go on to the player of the season. Player of the season is a big one, because we have so many good players in the Premier League. We have the likes of Song, we have Kane, we have Salah, so many good players. We have Haaland in there, De Bruyne, Fernandes, Van Dijk, Diaz, so many good players there. Ronaldo is there as well. So you never know who's gonna win this one, but it depends. This one will go down to the team that's gonna win the Premier League, and also the most consistent player in the Premier League. So it's really tough to predict this one. But considering, we all know the two teams who will be going for the title is Liverpool and Man City. So we can choose 2 players from each team. So I'll go with Salah from Liverpool and De Bruyne or Haaland for Man City. I think one of those is gonna win the Player of the Season this year. Or yeah, so there you go. Now before we go to the top scorer, let's do top 6. Let's predict the top 6. So we're gonna start from 6 going all the way to number 1. So 6th spot, I think 6th spot is gonna be between Chelsea and Manchester United. Did I say that right? Yeah, I did. I'm a United fan, but realistically, we're not that well, and we're not doing very well. So I can't see us competing for top 4. Yes, we will try our best to compete and finish in the top 4 spot. But right now, as I'm making this video, we haven't made very good signings, and we still don't know if Ronaldo is gonna stay in the club. So, and yeah, we still don't know if we're gonna get De Jong. So there you go. So right now I'm gonna put Chelsea number 6. The reason I'm putting Chelsea number 6 is because I don't think Chelsea has a plan, because they seem to be going for every player who's available on the market. They wanted Ake, they wanted De Ligt, they did want Koundé. So it's like they don't know who they really want, and they're not pushing for who they really want, you know. And also, yeah, so there you go. And so Chelsea also don't have a number 9 who can score 20 plus goals in a season. So that's another thing that they should have or they need, but they don't have at the moment. So maybe before the window changes, I mean before the transfer window closes, they can get a number 9, but we don't have a number 9 out there who's gonna score goals like Lewandowski does, Benzema, Haaland, or Ronaldo. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to find that number 9. They can't rely on Havertz this season, because he did show that they can't rely on him last season to score as many goals as they need to finish or to compete for the title. But you never know anyway. But so far, I'm gonna put them as number 6. And yeah, so number 5, I'm gonna put my team United, which it's painful. It's painful to put United at 5th, but I think the idea will be to try and compete for top 4 as much as we can. But if we don't get top 4, then for us to win the Europa League so that we can play Champions League next season, which I think that can happen, considering I think we and Arsenal are the best teams, or among the best teams in the Europa League this season. So I still think we can win the Europa League and play Champions League next season, even without finishing in the top 4. But I still think we're gonna be going for top 4. But right now, like I said, considering that we don't know if Ronaldo is gonna stay, considering we don't know if we're gonna get De Jong, and also how the players will adapt to Ten Hag philosophy. Well, in preseason they've shown they can adapt to it, but they've struggled, especially in the second halves in most games, like the game versus Villa and also the game versus Melbourne in the second half. And also Atletico Madrid, they've struggled in the second half as well. They did struggle. So first half we've been playing very well, but come second half we've been really struggling. I think it's something to do with fitness levels, and maybe fitness levels, or maybe it's still we're trying to change the old habits and adapt to the new changes Ten Hag is trying to implement. So right now, as I am making this video, I'll put United as 5th. But if we get maybe De Jong and also Ronaldo stays and we adapt to Ten Hag's system, then I'll have us as number 3. Yeah, there you go, number 3. I did say that. But right now, as I'm making this video, I'll have United as 5th. As much as it pains me, I'll put us as 5th. And hopefully we win Europa League so that we can play Champions League next year or next season. So there you go. 4th. So 4th is going to be really tough. So 4th, I have Tottenham. The reason I have Tottenham as 4th is because as much as they've done good signings, this is still Tottenham. Tottenham they don't have that winning mentality, but that could change with Conte, so you never know. But I'll put Tottenham as third right now, and hopefully they don't finish fourth. Hopefully United finishes fourth, then Tottenham fifth. But considering the signings they've made, I'll put them as fourth. And so yeah, there you go. Tottenham fourth, United fifth, Chelsea sixth. And let's go to the top three. Oh, sorry. Before we go to the top three, let's look at the top scorer. So the top scorer of the season, this is also another big one. It's a big one considering the names we have: Haaland, Nunes, Ronaldo, Salah, Jesus. I think Jesus from Arsenal is another player we need to be looking at. Most people don't rate him a lot, but I think he's shown, especially in the preseason, that he can score goals, and he's the main man in Arsenal right now. So I think, well, considering I don't know if Ronaldo is gonna stay, plus his age, and also I don't know how many games he's gonna be playing, I can maybe rule him out of the top score. I mean, out of the Golden Boot race, and I'll have Salah, who's been winning over the last years or over the last seasons. So I'll put Salah in there, Haaland in there as well, Nunes, and Jesus. Now Jesus for Arsenal, or Jesus as you may say for Arsenal. So yeah, there you go, the top three. It's going to be tough, but I'll go with, I don't know how many games Haaland will play and how he will adapt to the Premier League, and I also don't know how many games Nunes will play. Jesus can also win it, but depends on how consistent he'll be, and if he doesn't get injured in this season. So, but given the fact that Salah doesn't play the World Cup, so he has some time to rest, where other players will be playing the World Cup. Well, Haaland also has time to rest because he's not going to be playing the World Cup, but Salah has been so consistent, and given the fact that Mane has left Liverpool now, so Salah is pretty much the main man. Well, he's been the main man, but now he's like the real main man, and he's the best player they have there. So, and plus he's signed a new contract, so it's time for him to come out of his or maybe show the world that he's really good. So I'll go with Salah as the top scorer, or to win the Golden Boot for this season. So let's jump straight into it, the top three. I know you've all been waiting for this. So number three, there you go. I put this team that I hate so much, Arsenal. Arsenal will finish in the top three. They've made pretty good signings. Nobody can argue with that. Nobody can argue with that. I think the players seem to be playing very well under Arteta. It's like they have a good relationship with their Arteta. They like Arteta. They're playing for him. They're supporting him. They adapt to his system. Well, the other day they just beat Sevilla 6-0 in a pre-season friendly. First half they've already scored 4 goals to 0, which was really amazing. They beat Chelsea 4-0. I remember Tuchel was interviewed after the game, and he said he can't believe it. He lost 4-0 to a team who wasn't gonna play in the Champions League this season. He said he's never lost 4-0 in a preseason. That was the first time. And yeah, so this is the new Arsenal, and I think they could compete. Well, I don't think they can compete with with Liverpool and Man City for the title, but I think they can close the gap. They have a chance to close the gap, and it all depends on how on how strong they will be mentally. If the players and the coach are strong mentally, I think they can maybe go all the way and push for the title, or maybe push to compete with Liverpool and Man City. But if they're not that strong mentally, then they'll just end up closing the gap, and they'll be maybe 10 points away from the top two. But yeah, there you never know. So Arsenal third, fourth Tottenham, fifth United, sixth Chelsea. So let's go to the top two. This is a big one because before the Community Shield game, I thought City is gonna win the game, and I thought maybe, especially when I saw the lineup, I thought City is gonna win that easily. But then they ended up losing 3-1. So I think we all pretty much give City much credit because they've won a lot and they have the best coach, and forget that Liverpool is a threat as well. So this season, considering how close it was last season, I think Liverpool are tired of finishing second or becoming second, and I think this season is gonna be their season. So I'm gonna put City number 2 and Liverpool number 1. Most people have gone with City as champions again, but I think as much as it also pains me because I don't like either City or Liverpool. They are rivals, so why should I like them anyway? But as much, well, let me put my rivalry aside and just say that they're the best team. I mean, they're the best two teams in the league, and right now I'll go with Liverpool champions, Man City number 2. Why would I go there? Because Haaland is still a new player in the Premier League. We haven't seen much of him. I don't doubt Haaland will do very well, but I think Liverpool, like I said, Liverpool are tired of finishing second every time to Man City, and they showed that when they played the Community Shield. So I think Liverpool is gonna win this, but it's gonna be close though. It's gonna be close, I have no doubt. But so Liverpool first, City second, Arsenal third, Tottenham fourth, fifth United, and sixth Chelsea. There you go. So that's my prediction. So hopefully it doesn't end up like that, because I want my team United to be among the top 4. But so far, I mean right now, considering the signings that all the teams have made as per this video, I'm going Liverpool first, City second, Arsenal third, fourth Tottenham, and fifth United, and sixth Chelsea. There you go. Thanks guys for watching the video. Kindly subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who's gonna win the Premier League, or who's gonna be player of the season, young player of the season, and also win the Golden Boot. Thanks guys for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.